Some new stuff in Luminar. You guys who know me. You do use Luminar a lot. What you're seeing on the screen is Luminar. They just come out with a new update. It's blown me away. I've always taken pride in my ability to replace skies and things like that. If you look at these pictures up here, an original picture here, some I edited through sky replacement. So I've done a lot of that. Uh, but this new Luminar thing just blows me away because it makes everything I've done before irrelevant, sort of maddening. Let me just show you what I mean here. I'll take this picture down here and go into the edit module of Luminar. Okay, there's a lot of things you can do initially to edit this picture. Obviously, let me. But I will. What I'm going to do is go into the creative. This little palette over here, creative, augmented sky, sky replacement. So you can do some different things. Augmented sky is something different. I'll get into that in a second. Here's sky replacement. This is new. You can see there is a sky here and there's some clouds in the sky. Sorry for the dust spots here. But that's what we're talking about today. So we're going to put a new sky in this thing. This is quite easy. I select the sky I want to do. Let's try a dramatic sky. Click on that. And bang, I got a dramatic sky. It didn't take me any masking. You can see it's done a pretty decent job all over here. I can do things like, there's different skies I can try, right? And so this thing will go around and replace skies with whatever you want, which is pretty darn cool. Ice, sunset, whatever. So you can do some pretty neat things with Luminar in sky replacement. Just in case you think, let me get out of here. I'm going to revert. I'll revert out of here and then show you something else in a second here. Okay, that's. I'm just going to the time thing. Go back to the original so I don't change the sky. Go back to library. Just to show you that it can actually look between the branches and everything else. Let me pick something here more difficult to replace the sky with. How's that there? Go to edit. Okay, there's branches and everything else. There's sky through the trees. And I'll try the same thing here. Go there, replace the sky with a dramatic sky. And boom. As you can see, it's done a pretty darn good job. Look at all the masking through the trees and everything else. It's picked up the sky through the thing, through the trees pretty well. I can try a different sky. Pretty darn clever. There's different things you can do with this. You can edit the mask. You can basically it's like masking. I can brush out the effect where I want, brush it in where I want, things like that. So if I were to brush it out, I could go into mask, erase. I could erase off the effect over here if I wanted to. I don't want to, but I mean, if I wanted to take off the effect somewhere, I could do that. Likewise, I could come back in here and paint it back in. Okay, so it's much like Lightroom in that effect. Something else this thing does. Let me go out. Heck, well, why don't we just leave that sky alone? I shouldn't leave that alone. Let me go back to original. Go back to library and pick up something else that does pretty crazy. Try to find a picture where that might work. I don't know. Let's take one of these pictures here in the library of. This is the observer. It's not a very good picture. It's all blurry. Not a good picture. But let's just. There it comes. This is the observatory out in near Fort Davis. And not a good picture. It hasn't been edited or anything, but something else you can do with skies. If I go to creative again, I can do sky replacement here if it selects the sky, but I'm going to go to augmented sky and select object, and I'm going to put a planet in there. And now, see that? Pretty cool. And then I'm going to say place object. I can change the planet around. Don't like the fact that there's stars in front of it, but you can turn it. You can size it. So you can do that kind of thing, nonsense. You can place other objects in the sky. You can put a giraffe, fireworks. Hey, fireworks. How's that? Fireworks. So you can do all sorts of silly things. Besides the sky, you can put skies in there. You can put fireworks in there. If I try to put a different sunset in there, it may not work. There you go. Put a little different look on the sky with a little color to it. Uh, Anyways, I thought these were interesting. The other thing they do have is a lot of new features in the portrait area, and I'll talk about that some other day when I feel like it. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that.